Hey guys, and welcome back. Today I'll be showing you guys how to highlight your face with concealer. Let's get into it. So I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour stay concealer, and this is a full coverage concealer. I'm actually using the shade 332 or amber, the shade amber, that is the shade that I'm using. So I'm starting off by applying it on the forehead and on the nose area, and also under the nose and the chin, on the chin. So these are the places where you want to highlight, or the features that you'd like to highlight on your face when you do the concealer. So under the eye area, so if you have dark circles or if you have pigmentation, you want to highlight the areas, to brighten up the eye look as well. So this is where I am placing the concealer. So now I'm grabbing my beauty blender and I'm going to start blending the forehead. I'm starting off with the forehead, and for me it's much better to grab a blending sponge or the beauty blender to blend the product in, rather than using a blending brush, because I feel like the brush does the job, but it leaves it a little bit streaky and a little bit more cakey, and that's not the kind of look that I'm trying to go for. I want the full coverage, but with this concealer you can actually achieve the full coverage. So just using the tap motions, and this will give me the coverage when I do the blending with the with a beauty blender basically. So if you want to use a blending brush, you can use that as well if it's easier. If you find that easier, you will get a much more of a, say, a full coverage blend than the beauty blender will give you more of a skin-like finish. Yeah. So highlighting the nose area is usually where I do my nose contour. So this is basically like my cream product that I would use when highlighting the nose whilst I'm doing a nose contour. So as you can see, I'm still using tap motions, because what we want to do is we want to let the product blend in, but not blend it too much so it disappears. We want it to still look like there's product on the face, or the highlight is there, but we want it to look seamless and blended. So that's why I'm using basically the tap motions when blending the product in. So remember, highlighting is all about the center of the face. So as you can see that all the concealer is placed in the center of the face, and that is where I'm blending everything in for us to let that features be placed forward. So that is what the highlight does for when you do your makeup look, where you want to brighten up and push the features forward in the center of the face, and on the outer parts of the face. That's where your bronzer or your contour will go, and that will basically give the face more definition. And these, when you do the highlight, is basically to brighten up the center of the face. Yeah. Now this part of the highlighting routine for me is, I think, just completes the entire look and brings everything together, is the under eye highlight, because you want that under eye to be brightened up so that the rest of your makeup can stand out, and it really does just complete the entire look. Because it brightens up the under eye and it basically defines your cheekbones area, also under the eye. And also if you have an eye makeup look, it just makes that look pop so much more when you have the under eye brightening. So for me, I feel like highlighting under the eyes just completes the entire makeup look. Or even if you don't have makeup on, you can just highlight the under eye, like do a concealer look for the day, and you will look bright and awake and just refreshed with highlighting the under eye. For me, I feel like it just completes the entire makeup look, or makes you just look fresh and awake. It is also very important to make sure that you take your time when blending, because this is the essential part basically of the entire highlight look, because we don't want any creasing, and this is very much so the center of the face, so we want it to still look skin-like. As I've mentioned, that the beauty blender gives you that result, so just make sure that you blend it with tap motions. You can use a little less product than what I used, because I'm just, like to use excessive amounts because I'm doing makeup and I like be creative. But on a day-to-day, if you're going out somewhere, use a little bit less. So for this particular look, I went just a little bit more than I usually would use when I go out, when I'm out and about. So, but it really does the job, and it really does give you that flawless finish. And also to prevent any creasing, make sure that the blend is good. Now I'm going to set the highlighted areas, so I'm placing my banana deep powder in just the top, just putting a little bit in the top so that I can basically place this powder and set it on the highlighted areas so we can have a flawless finish. And the reason why I'm using the banana deep powder is the setting powder instead of the translucent powder at this point is the banana has a more of a deeper kind of a color shade to it. As you can see, it's a little bit more yellow undertone, has a little bit of a yellow gold undertone to it, so that we can not look too ashy or too white ghost like. So there's some color to the face as well when we do the setting of the face or do the setting of the highlight. Just setting it in with the banana deep setting powder. So what I usually do when I set the powder, so it's called baking. So I'm going to bake after this. I'm going to do some of my other makeup to complete this look off camera, so that it can just sit in and bake a little bit so we can be flawless for the rest of the day. So yeah, as you can see, I've done some of my other makeup, completed the eye and the lips, and now I'm going to set the rest of this baking with my translucent powder just mixing it in with the banana deep powder, so just to have a nice blend so that we can look highlighted and not too yellow. So just to, just to make the two blend evenly, so we can have an even look at the end. So when I do the baking or blending the powder, I like to use a blending brush. I feel like this gets the powder set in much better. So as you can see, the look is coming together. The yellow is just blending in very nicely, and this is our final look. So that's it for this video, guys. Let me know if this video was helpful. Please comment below, please share this video, and please like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and I appreciate the support. Thanks so much. Bye.